Brad Bennett, Bobby Eberle, thank you both so much for joining.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Steve.
Of course, President-elect Trump criticizing the Biden administration's decision to now allow thousands of federal employees to work from home through 2029. I want to play a soundbite.
If people don't come back to work, come back into the office, they're going to be dismissed.
Brad, what are your thoughts on this, and what impact might this have on employees?
Well, first of all, I think the new Donald Trump should be given some leeway in how he runs his administration. And so I don't have any problem with this.
Bobby, what do you think Trump's rationale is, and could this essentially produce voluntary terminations welcomed by the new DOJ committee?
Yeah, I was just about to say that, Steve. I think this all kind of flows together in looking for government efficiency. One of the things, that's popped up in recent weeks is these buildings that are designed to house thousands and thousands of people, and yet they get in the hundreds showing up regularly for work. And, as it was driven by COVID at the beginning, but we're long since that. And I think this move by Biden really is just kind of a thumb in the eye, he's trying to do it because there's no practical reason to say, hey, people stay at home. I've seen videos out there of people relaxing in their bubble baths while, quote, attending a meeting. And so this is about efficiency. It's about getting back to work. And I think you will have some natural turnover if people are forced to go to the office.
Trump does plan to file a major lawsuit, this is switching gears just a bit here, against the Des Moines Register. This for publishing a poll showing Kamala Harris leading in the state of Iowa just before the election. Brad, do you think the ABC $15 million defamation settlement has kind of opened the door to some of this type of legal action?
Well, yeah, I think it has. In this case, I'm sure, the poll in question in Iowa was clearly wrong. I think it showed Harris up by 3 points, and even though she ended up losing by, I think, 12 or 15. But this is not a grounds for a lawsuit. People, sometimes people make mistakes, and literally we're making a federal case out of it. I don't think there was any malice involved by either the pollster or the Iowa newspaper, the Des Moines Register. I see this to start of a disturbing trend. If you don't agree with someone, you sue them. I don't think that's a good use of the legal process. We've got plenty of heinous crimes that need prosecution, and I just don't see the point of it.
Bobby, do you think that the president-elect is justified in pursuing this case?
Well, I think in the larger scope, and we can get to the details of Des Moines, but in the larger scope, I think it is a good idea. I mean, going after ABC News and seeing the result of that settlement for $15 million plus another $1 million in legal fees, and the whole idea of suppressing the vote from these polls, in 2020, it showed Wisconsin way out of reach. I don't know if it reached double digits, but said Biden was up 7-8 points, and it was neck and neck at the end. Many states, that suppresses voters. If they think it's a lost cause, they don't go out. Now, in Des Moines, it's a little bit of a different story because there's for an individual poll, there's statistics involved, there's weighting involved, but a lot of it is art too, and not just science. And if you anticipate that a certain demographic group might come out heavier and you weight that, it's hard to prove that that's, intentional to skew a poll. So I like the concept in general, but this particular case would be pretty difficult.
Bobby, Trump has stated that he would consider pardoning New York Democratic Mayor Eric Adams if Adams is convicted in his upcoming federal corruption trial, or even if not, citing unfair treatment by prosecutors. Does Trump see a potential ally in Mayor Adams? What do you make of this, Bobby?
Yeah, it's so interesting, and I think that ally, that relationship is developing as we speak. I mean, you see it. One, Trump has no love for the Manhattan area, the New York justice system, the way they've come at him with a vengeance. And Eric Adams is talking about immigration reform, talking about working with Trump to get the illegals out, the taxpayer money that's been wasted, and even kind of waxing that he may become Republican. So he's saying all the right things, and there may be a friendship, an alliance developing right there. So this would be one to keep an eye on. I wouldn't be surprised.
Now, Brad, to Bobby's point there, what implications, both politically and otherwise, would a pardon mean for Mayor Adams? And how does this, I guess, compare to Biden's approach to pardons so far?
Well, first of all, I dislike the potential pardon of Mayor Adams a lot. I think the legal system should take its course. This is a man who has been accused of bribery by taking money from a foreign power. And the idea that we would, just pardon him and get off the hook, I'm sure Donald Trump feels sympathy with Mayor Adams. When you commit the crime, you got to do the time. And I dislike the Biden preemptory pardons because I think it's a distortion of the legal process. And I definitely are opposed to a pardon of Mayor Adams. And again, he took money. He's being accused of taking money from a foreign power, bribes, Turkey in this case. And I think the case should go to trial to find out whether he's guilty or innocent. And I think it's a mistake for the new president to interfere in the pardon process.
We do have to leave it there. Bobby Eberle, Brad Bannon, really appreciate both of you joining us.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, friends, thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And before you go, please hit that subscribe button above. Once you do, tell your friends, share it, spread the word about the 13-minute news hour so we can keep growing. And for more great content, check out these videos right here, and I'll see you next time.